Flatten it. Flatten Gaza.
What do you think the response should be from Netanyahu and the military to Gaza?
Kill all Palestinians! All of them! Not one left from the river to the sea. Palestine will be deceased!
And Israel need to do like this. You see? Now Gaza. Like this. Gaza need to do like this. Or like this, but all this Jewish. Two options.
What do you think the response should be to Gaza?
We gotta wipe them off the fucking map. I'm
That's
talking about every fucking flatten them like a parking lot.
Yeah,
Flatten them out once and for
there's
all.
nothing else you can do. They proved to us that there's nothing else you can do. We tried, and
We tried everything. It doesn't work. We have to wipe them flat off the fucking map, like a fucking parking lot.
I'm not stopping till all Arabs are wiped out.
I think now it's the time that we need to erase Gaza.
Flatten it. Flatten Gaza.
that will be the last war in Gaza.
This will be.
Yes.
Wow. If anyone said that about Jews, they'd rightly get arrested, get their doors kicked in by the police. But there is no other word for it. These are Zionist Israeli Nazis. And it's from the top to the bottom. From the top of the government right through to the bottom. Israel is a, a Jewish supremacist, not white supremacist, Jewish supremacist state. Nazi state.
I just want to ask you then about something else he said in his speech, which is about the collective punishment, as he put it, of the Palestinian people. And I want to talk about that in the context of the blockade and keeping fuel out of Gaza. I just wonder if you think that that is really necessary.
You know, I'm very puzzled by the constant concern which the world and also Britain, I must say, Mark, is showing for the Palestinian people, and is actually showing for these horrible, inhuman animals.
אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
Estimates at least 400 Palestinian civilians were killed overnight. Aid agencies say they've lost contact with their workers after all phone and internet services were cut.
Heavy artillery is pounding Gaza constantly. The Israelis say they're making the earth shake. And as residents of one of Gaza City's refugee camps inspected what had happened in the night, that was how it felt. It's like an earthquake, said Al-Ahmadi. No one's paying us attention. It's an execution. Many Palestinians believe Israel wants to force them out of Gaza, and they interpret it as a threat, not a warning, when Israel's army tells them again to move south from places like this.
God!
روتين جماعتين لك حتهلك بمعرخة تعامل شي الجز برودكشنز لا بير لا تسلم ولا اراق كما بركبكت لأرحى بكوش أنا ما تجاهر صناعة كورس على الإنترنت شلي أنا حنون المادة كورس أحلى بتاع بور بيتزا ياري أحلى بتاع بور بيتزا شلتيلي ما أحلى بتاع بور بوتتولي أتحباري ما أحشى برات عصف كوبتا بينوي اشتري محوزانة حبا زانت كتبون حلس حمس لينك بابايو يا ابني لا
God!
Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region.
Protecting civilians does not mean ordering more than 1 million people to evacuate to the south, where there is no shelter, no food, no water, no medicine, and no fuel, and then continuing to bomb the south itself. I'm deeply concerned about the clear violations of international humanitarian law that we are witnessing in Gaza.
Flatten it. Flatten Gaza.
That will be the last war in Gaza.
This will be.
Yes.
Hi everyone. Woo, wow, you hear that? It is, I think, 1 p.m.
p.m. We are going to be leaving Ashkelon now because I just don't feel safe here. But I do want to give you one piece of good news, that day and night, every few minutes, sometimes seconds, I can hear our IDF, our incredible army, bombing the living daylights out of Hamas. And it is giving me so much strength. You can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear now. I hope that they are showing Hamas just this much of the wrath of God, showing them that if you touch a single hair on any Jew's head, we will come and we will bomb you until we obliterate you from the face of the earth. Hamas is such pure evil. Anyways, here in Ashkelon, we can hear everything. I'm going to Jerusalem now, God willing. We're gonna leave because I just cannot take the constant bombing. And like the sirens are pretty much nonstop. I mean, like there's breaks in between. Anyways, that's my update. Hashem, please be with our soldiers. I'm so grateful to every single one of our troops for going to the most dangerous parts in Israel right now and fighting for us. And I can hear Hamas being pulverized, and it's the greatest sound I've ever heard in my life. All right, stay thirsty.
Do you know the level of cognitive dissonance you need to be able to have to not only gleefully post online that you are enjoying the bombing that you know includes children and civilians that are not a part of Hamas, but not only that, say in the same sentence, well, I'm so tired of hearing the sounds of bombs that I'm gonna go somewhere where I don't hear them. And honestly, this is a moment where I need a lot of Americans to wake the fuck up, because I have seen the amount of people who are saying, well, if you don't want to see scary stuff, like stay off of the internet for the weekend. I need people to recognize right now that there are children being unalived in mass. And this woman is gleefully talking about bombs dropping on them. And it's funny because there's all these people who are pro-Israel who are coming and saying, well, how dare you all?
It is pretty clear Israelis are Nazis.